after everything. I added an electrical. You have a direct line from the Wi-Fi at PTCI down to your drop. Like, I could see me. I was like thinking $500 a month.
Yeah.
Just because it's nice. There's an air conditioner. It's on Main Street.
Like when I had my little computer business there, I had a ton of foot traffic just from people. Oh, I didn't know there was.
It was like a nail salon for a long time.
Yeah.
It had a flamingo painted on it. Do you guys remember the flamingo?
No.
A long time ago? I was a long time ago. There was a flamingo that was painted on there
I was told the nail salon
forever.
was actually in the other.
Well, there's no reason whenever we redo the theater not to put a bathroom in that and rent both sides out.
Right. Yeah, but there's no
What's
water.
the address?
It's
413.
for the theater and then
Oh,
411.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
411 North Main.
Where didn't Carrie have an office somewhere for a while?
Yeah,
Oh,
she used my office for a while whenever I was in. I moved into Herbal, but I had redone that. I wasn't expecting her.
Should we call this meeting to order?
We have a quorum.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll be mad.
She didn't answer my text.
Did you? Are you throwing a recorder in front of us or?
Yeah, did you want to wait for a few minutes on her? Or?
Not really. Let's get this going. We got a quorum for once in
There
our
she is
lives.
right there.
Ah.
Oh. All right.
So
I guess.
this feels good.
We'll wait 30 seconds. We were about to start. You don't have to sign that. I don't know who you are.
I know who you are.
You're already documented. You don't have to sign that paper.
She didn't respond to my text though.
She's driving two hands on the wheel.
All right. We're going to call this meeting to order at... Sorry. My iPad says 6:02.
It is.
All right, we're going to call this meeting to order at 6:02 p.m. All right. Attendance and roll call and determination of a quorum.
Setzer,
Here.
Redcorn,
Here.
Carmen,
Here.
Carrasco,
Here.
and Stover.
Here.
We do have quorum, meeting may proceed.
All right. Swearing in of all members. Item number 3. We need to swear in some
I feel like
people,
we're
some
gonna
new
have to read
peeps.
this.
Ms. Carrasco, welcome to the club. Do they have their copies?
Yes.
Okay, instead of just doing this individually, we just do it as a group, and if you agree to do that, God bless you, and then we'll just go from there. I'll just go ahead and read it out.
Go for it, yes.
I hereby solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States, Constitution of the State of Oklahoma, and the codes and ordinances of the City of Kaiman. I will not knowingly receive, directly or indirectly, any money or other valuable thing for the performance or non-performance of any act or duty pertaining to my office other than the compensation allowed by the law. I further swear that I will faithfully discharge my duties as a board member to the best of my ability. Sign that and give it to that young lady right there.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, awesome, possum. Item number 4 is public comments, so we'll open the floor to any public comments that we have at this time. Anybody at all? No. Okay. All right. Item number 5: discussion and possible action to approve a chairman or chairwoman for 2024. Don't set us back into the future.
That was a rough year.
And we're going to do the voting a
That's
little
when I
bit
first moved
different,
there.
a little more professional.
Do what?
I said we're going to do the voting a little bit better, just a little more professional. So I'll just call your name and you say aye, nay, abstain.
Okay.
Okay.
So do we have any nominations? Anybody want to throw in?
Are you going to be able to make the meetings this year?
It always depends. Well, now that we moved it to the afternoon, it shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be a lot. It should be a lot easier. So yeah.
I nominate Shelby.
Yeah, I second that.
Okay.
Do you
The
oppose?
motion was made by
No,
Shelby.
I skip around a lot, but I don't.
Setzer,
Aye.
Harmon,
Aye.
Carrasco,
Aye.
and Stover.
Aye.
Okay, Shelby is your chairwoman.
Why, thank you.
That's your gavel.
Probably.
Um,
Oh,
so she
Item
immediately
number 6.
She immediately takes over now.
yeah,
So,
right?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, so spicy tonight in tonight's convention and tourism meeting. Item number 6, discussion and possible action to approve a vice chairman or chairwoman for the year of 2024.
I nominate Carrie.
I
Stover.
second.
Okay, Setzer,
Aye.
Redcorn,
Aye.
Harmon,
Aye.
and Carrasco.
Aye.
Okay, Ms. Stover is your vice chairwoman.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Item number 7, discussion and a possible action to approve the minutes from the December 21st, 2023 regular meeting.
Well, now that I can make a motion, I'll make a motion we approve the minutes of the December 21st, 2023 regular meeting.
1 second.
Okay, Setzer,
Aye.
Redcorn,
Aye.
Harmon,
Aye.
Carrasco,
Aye.
and Stover. The
Aye.
minutes are approved.
Oh, pardon me. All right, motion passes. Item number 8, board and staff comments. Hello. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, chair people. I'm just joking. So one thing that we had discussed was possibly getting getting out there in the community, and so we can start funding some events, because we haven't had events that we funded in about 4 months. I know Christmas and the holidays. I did mention that we were talking to the Fiesta Golf Board about coming further. They were going to try to do something with the chamber for 4th of July. To do some kind of event for that for the kids. But if there's anything else out there, or even if this board wants to develop something to bring in tourism that is hosted by this board, that would be great too. Just kind of go out there, because a lot of the things that we've done, that we funded in the past, they become line items because they are, staples within the community. The rodeo, Main Street Guyman, the chamber, things of that nature. But if there's anything else that's out there that we could just start getting, either developing when there's a low point within the year. Definitely the first 4 months of this year, I think, is there's not a lot going on. And even during the summer, if there's something that we want to do in the summer.
And so I just have a random question about the line items that are already line items, right? With the cost of inflation and things of that nature, how much things are costing now, even if they were at a line item at the below amount, what happens if they were needing more funding? Can they come from more funding? I mean, guys, the price of inflation, they needed 10,000 last year, they need 15 to 20 this year. That's just a fact of the matter of how much events are costing and things of that nature. Do they need to come back to be able to get additional funding, or how does that work?
So if they're line items, they would go to speak with the city manager, who would then pass it through to council.
Okay.
So, and that's the discussion. And that's why I think for them, the second Monday of October, for any line items, that stuff needs to be put in. But if there's something that, hey, look, there's inflation, this is what we typically do, but we're needing this because of the expenses, that's something that they can have a conversation with Mike, yes.
Okay.
And unexpected costs happen like that all the time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we make a budget adjustments as we go on the fly if we need to.
Yeah.
And then we just vote on it as a council.
Okay.
Yeah. And our guidelines we did increase from $2,000 to $2,500 a day for the guidelines for here, so
Okay.
to help kind of offset that cost.
And that passed through council?
No, it hasn't been presented to council quite yet.
Okay. I also heard about the 4th of July kids event that was going to be free, that the Fiesta Golf people want to put on, and they're wanting to have it at the park. So is there any room in convention and tourism, or is it in the right area for us to help invest in the park to help have more events held there, like we're wanting to kind of aim towards? Is that something that we can kind of adjust for the beginning of the year?
For like infrastructure?
Infrastructure at the park, just something to where we can have events there year round, whether it's a fishing derby, fiesta days, lights. I mean, something just to keep people active there. I know that the activity center's there, so events might be able to flow down through the park. If we're having big events there, it's surely bringing people through town. Quality of life adds into that. So, is there any way that convention and tourism can fund infrastructure at the park? So how do we structure that to get that going or set that for a goal for 2024?
I would think that we need to know exactly what we want done at the park. You know what I mean? This board come up with the plan, like this is what we want, whether it's all in one lump sum or it goes in phases. But this is what we want, and then we'll start going after getting, some kind of quotes for the different ones. Because if we're talking about electricity or even build out or whatever it is, we might want to go ahead and do that as well, and that way we can present that to council.
I mean, really multi-use, so it really covers all aspects, whether it's a tourism event of a concert or a quality of life event like Fiesta Days. I would like to see that.
And so I missed the 4th of July thing, I guess. I don't know, what are we talking about?
It's a new event that our 4th of July's have kind of been down, with, what is it? Fire ban, things like that. You can't have the fireworks in town. So a group of people that do Fiesta Days golf, they're trying to fundraise.
Gotcha.
They're
Okay.
trying to take some of their profits from that and have an event that's geared towards kids that they can enjoy. They were looking at the kids' health fair. However, the health fair is on a Thursday. 4th of July this year is on a Thursday, but everyone is off work, so everyone can kind of go down the park, whether we have a bike parade,
Yeah.
food trucks, a fishing derby, just something for people to do 4th of July, patriotic, love your neighbor.
And then it coincides with the chamber. I don't know what their plans are, but they were starting to talk about doing a 4th of July event as well.
Oh,
And if
cool.
it's something that they can piggyback with, because they're talking about making everything free for, the
Oh, cool.
kids,
Like a-
bounce houses, having
nice.
games, having people stationed at the games, so we're not worried about liability. So that was one group, and I was just there when they were speaking about it, that we
Okay.
may be interested in helping or funding.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
If we, though, as a city entity, if we can invest in the parking at the infrastructure of the park, so those events can be held easier and not so high stress for the people trying to put on these events, I think that's an angle I'd like to approach.
Yeah, we would just propose that like we do any other event, except there would be a proposal coming from us.
So
And
can we
then once
work on that?
pass
Do we
it-
need to put that in the books, or how do we get that going?
So we would probably need to, again, either walk out there with George, I'm assuming, and just kind of seeing exactly what we're talking about, what we're needing, what we're looking at. I know having access to electricity was a big one. There's only a few drops out there, and so, we are running these extension cords, spending $900 on extension cords for the event. So maybe if that's something, then kind of where we want to have it, and that way, I believe George can get a hold of somebody and here's a sketch plan of what they're asking or what they're looking for, whether it's lighting, electricity, or anything else that we may want out there.
If we were to get enough electricity and power or juice for food trucks, could the city sell permits and, make that a rental spot for people who want to have a day pass for a food truck or anything like that, like getting that kind of support down there?
Well, we currently have food truck permits, but that's for them to operate within the city, and we don't
We'd have to make
restrict
it special to the
currently.
sunset. I think that it'd be nice to make it to where we can have. Sorry, Sheila, I'm just grilling you left and right.
What?
So I'm just grilling Sheila like, what else can we do? Can we just hash this out and follow up? Anywho,
Your councilman, Jason Eidson, and I've been working on just kind of what you said. We've already had a meeting with Kimberly Horn. It's the same architectural group that designed a lot of stuff here in town, especially the soccer complex. So you'll be hearing more about that probably as the time progresses. So we met with them 2 days ago, I think, just Jason and I, and 2 reps from Kimberly Horn. So
Awesome.
And taking into that consideration the electricity, a lot more. We've got a park out there, and I think Carmen and I were just talking about that. We're always just sitting here, just letting everything slide, everything be good for next year. So, for instance, your city park out here, look at it, it's still in the 1960s.
we're just putting Band-Aids on things.
So anyway, that's what we started. Thank Mr. Jason for that. So.
Does the convention and tourism, are we able to weigh in with funds or anything to help expedite this?
Sure.
So we're not,
Well,
jumping
right
through
now,
hurdles
just
and
kind of,
hurdles?
just follow our lead right now. We're just in the infant stages of it, so I'd say within the next couple of weeks, we'll have a rendition of what we talked about the other day, addressing what you just said, RV park,
The works.
amphitheater, you name it. it's just sitting out there. Let's make something
Yeah.
nice about it.
Yeah.
Can we,
to answer
can
your
we put that
question
on our
about
agenda though, so we can have
infrastructure
an update every time?
Excuse me?
Can we get that on our agenda, like a line item, so we can
Well,
update
no,
every
we
time?
just do that under staff.
Okay,
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
We just do that under staff. To answer your question there a while ago about, infrastructure. Yeah, I mean, look what the soccer complex.
Quality of life.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that really brings in tourism.
1.5 mil, I think, is what was paid into that, so, yeah.
And we're
Yes,
done with
support to
that?
do
Is that what's on our budget? Is that still being taken out?
This is the last year.
This is last year?
and I think second.
Yeah, we're
third,
done. Yeah, it's
I'm
done.
sorry,
Fourth
I'm
quarter.
lying.
It's
So
done.
can we start talking about where we want to invest that money that we already have
Well,
set aside?
Yeah, you can talk all you want, but there's still about $1.8 million owed on the soccer complex. So, on phase one, yeah, so. And I could see that money coming to pay that off out of convention tourism.
I
Or make
remember
them
having
fund.
previous meetings saying that those funds were going to be found elsewhere.
Do what?
I remember in a previous meeting that we talked about those funds weren't going to come out of here, they're going to be paid elsewhere.
No,
No.
I didn't say that.
No? Okay.
Well, if we're talking strictly convention and tourism, I don't know that there's anything else in town that's bringing in more people from out of town than the soccer complex at this current moment.
I agree.
And
I'm a-
with everybody coming in, I mean, we're fixing to have influx of construction workers too. So second, third, and fourth quarter are gonna look better than they did fourth quarter last year. So that's positive.
Yeah. I'd like to make a suggestion here. We're sitting close to and I don't know where the talks went, the marquee sign over here at the little theater. I call it the little theater. That's something that convention and tourism can do.
I serve on the board, so I have to recuse myself, but I can't agree more. I just had a meeting on Monday night, and the kids that walked to the theater that are being in Beauty and the Beast walked in and they felt like they were at home, and all the time and effort I give into that makes it 10 times worth it, because it's just as important as a football field or soccer. I mean, those kids are doing something
You know,
that
that's just my personal opinion. I mean,
It's my personal
there,
opinion, too.
There was a group that was coming and visiting, and we was ramped up. Well, I think.
So our group is actually struggling.
We had an estimate of what it would cost, and.
We're having
it
a hard
just
time
died
finding
for some reason.
someone, we're having a hard time finding a contractor that's willing to bid the electrical work. That's the reoccurring issue in our meeting over and over again.
Oh, and the
look-
whole-
in the whole thing, because
They're
if we were
scared
to
of the
redo the
building or
marquee. What?
Are they scared of the building?
Yes. So every time we reach out to someone, they say, if we remove this, we can't just rewire it for the marquee. We need to rewire the entire thing to bring it up to code, which is understandable. The city puts a marquee in. I think that they would want everything to be brought up to code, but we're right now trying to reach out to Main Street Guyman for an architectural design company that they can kind of help offset the cost to get us a quote in. One hurdle after the other, but we're coming.
Open door.
We're just multitaskers. Everyone that's on our board does multiple things. But that's something else to keep in mind too. I mean, especially with the casino coming in, people are gonna have their fun at the casino and drive down our main street and see that lit up, I think would be a real big eye catcher. Really appealing.
And from a legality standpoint, you don't have to recuse yourself because you're not making any profit from the community theater.
No, I'm a nonprofit.
Right.
I'm just,
Well, not you, but. the
I mean,
community
yeah,
theater.
I
The
have
community
no
theater,
compensation
right.
from the community
So you
theater.
wouldn't have to recuse yourself on a vote in this
Okay.
board for that's going to benefit the community theater because you don't make money from the community theater.
good to know. Just trying to be as honest as I can.
Oh, so you can sit on the two different boards and act, I'm just, yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
As long as you're not like a paid board member.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not.
But like any vote,
Is that even
like
a
for instance,
possibility?
like for
Wait, you're
instance,
getting paid?
for instance, when the 7 days of Broadway group gets something in front of the convention tourism or in front of city council, I have to recuse myself because I'm a part of that group, and I am a paid member because I'm a paid director.
I see.
So I do have to recuse myself from those votes
Just because you're a paid director of that.
of that group, right? So
okay.
anything that's going to benefit that group, I can't vote on.
I see, okay.
Do you guys have any other comments? Board or staff comments?
No, I just appreciate the due diligence done by the city.
Okay, one last thing, if you don't mind, the big grant, I think you should, I know staff is constantly, I don't know why, I'm not that tall. That big grant, I'm all for that. I don't know whose idea that was, but it sure benefits. So let's go ahead and get that. I mean, I'd like for y'all to do some thinking. It's, yeah, because
I've reached out to a few people.
$25,000 so far, and it's paid off. It's paid off, so that's something else. Those two things, I know there's something else I was going to talk about, but the big grant itself is.
So the
very
community
productive.
theater could definitely apply for the big grant, and just to get the initial cost of getting an electrician in there to look at it.
Now, the big grant, though, is a matching grant to where we spend 5,000, you guys match up to the 5,000 for a total of 10,000 is reimbursed.
Yeah, you can spend as much as you want with just 5,000.
Yeah, and it can be inside or outside, correct? Thank you. All right. Any other board or staff comments?
All I have is I have your schedule of meetings attached there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have. I don't know if you have financial questions.
Carrie, you have any questions?
I don't think so. The, Ms. Rhonda, were the delinquent accounts, did they get taken care of last year?
We have one.
Okay.
Still have one. She has not paid for, I don't know if it's an oversight, didn't pay it,
I see.
but it's October.
Okay.
And so I reached out to her several different times and I've given her to the 20th to pay October and also January.
Okay.
But everybody else, anytime I call them.
All that was a lot of hard work. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, that's,
Try to keep them honest.
All right. Any other board or staff comments? I motion to adjourn this meeting.
You can't.
Oh,
actually.
sorry. Pardon me.
But I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
hi.
Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Mr. Ursula. Is this yours?
Thank you,
This
ma'am.
might be mine.
All right, off to the theater
Oh,
rehearsal.
does everybody know Vanessa?
Oh, hi, Vanessa.
I know Vanessa.
I was sad to hear that you got off the board for
I know, but I have my head in so much. I said, listen, I am a slave girl. You guys are the children health fair. It's fine. Shit, it's my day. I'll be here. She messaged me. I was like, I just can't make the time. And I have 2 little kids. It's hard. So I'm only willing to do what I can do. I just try my best every day.
I understand.